Hello, parents and my lovely students. Hope you all are doing good. Today, I'm back with another video on managing files and folders. That is our second chapter. But before plunging into files and folder, I want to share some basic knowledge about computers, how the computer function. We know that computer consists of hardware and software. Hardware refers to all the visible devices which are assembled together to build a computer system. On the other hand, software refers to the computer programs that are loaded into a computer system, like your MS Paint, MS Office, your Tux Paint, video games. The blending of software and hardware gives life to a computer system. Though hardware is a physical part of a computer system, like the things which we can touch and feel, like over here we have keyboard, we have printer, mouse, we have CPU, all these things we can see and touch both. But in case of softwares, we only can see because they exist in the virtual world, the world which we can only see and which resides inside a computer only. So, the hardware is a physical part of a computer. It is nothing unless it has software to control it. In a way, hardware is like a car without a driver. Software is a set of actions or instructions that tells the hardware what to do and how to perform a requested task. If the hardware is the heart of a computer system, then software is its soul. But who controls these two things and who manages the work between these two? Yes, the operating system works or control computer hardware and computer software. In other words, this window operating system is also called as your system software, which are one or more programs designed to control the operations of a computer system. In general, the operating system supports the functioning of or the running of softwares and communicates with the hardware devices. These are the few examples of operating systems. The Windows, which is widely used, Macintosh, this is Linux. We know that the operating system controls the function of hardware and software. Okay, but here, what is it doing between the user and the computer? See, as we are the user, we have different requirements or different tasks which we give to the computer, and computer gives us the output. But it all happens with the help of this Windows operating system. How? Let me tell you. As you know that computer understand only machine language, and we don't understand the machine language, or some of us as a programmer knows the programming language or the language which understand by the computer. They only can interact with the computer directly without the operating system. We, the normal user, we can't learn all that programming language, and we can't write to make it understand our requirement. So this operating system, the Windows operating system, provide a stage between us and the computer. We send our requirement to the operating system, and this operating system converts that requirement into the machine language which a computer understand. Then this computer resolve that problem and gives the output to the operating system in a machine language. This operating system then convert that output into our language which we are able to understand. Now a question may arise, like, can we interact with a computer without this operating system? Yes, we can do, but for every task we need to write a lot of program to make the computer understand. See, computer understand only programming language, so we need to know the programming language also. For example, if we just want to take out the printout of a simple document, so to make computer understand that we want the printout from a printer, we need to write a specific code to make it understand. Suppose if we want to scan a picture, for that also we need to write a lot of program into this computer to make it understand to take a scan of a picture. So, to make our work easy, the Windows operating system acts as a mediator between us and the computer. Now, we are going to understand the term GUI, that is also called as GUI. The full form of GUI is Graphical User Interface. GUI is a human computer interface that uses windows, icons, and menus which can be manipulated by a mouse. Now, what is interface? As you can see over here, when you open the computer, this screen appears where we see a lot of different icons and we have the wallpaper, lots of different pictures also over here. This is possible with the help of the GUI or the GUI because it provides us the interface or the medium through which we interact with the computer system, which includes the windows, icons, and the menus. With the help of this mouse pointer, we can manipulate or edit or use all these different kinds of features of the computer. But with the keyboard, we have some limitations. Okay, it is thus a combination of graphical and textual interaction that uses buttons, menus, message boxes, etc. In the older days, we have a computer which doesn't have the GUI, which has black screen and has these white text over it. This type of interface is called command line interface, which use only text and solely accessed by a keyboard. At that time, mouse was not in the use. This type of interface is called MS-DOS interface. Let me give you one more example. In the earlier times of mobiles, we used to have these kind of mobiles with a white background and black text or simple graphics, and we are not able to edit these kind of things in our mobile. But later on these days, we have these kind of mobiles with different graphic effects, like we can change the background also. We have lots of colors, we have different icons, and we can modify them as our requirement. Okay, this is a simple example of graphical user interface. As you know, Windows are the most commonly used operating system around the world. It has evolved over the years. Like from Windows 1, today we are having Windows 10. The popular Windows versions are like Windows 98, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, and now Windows 10. So we are going to discuss about Windows 10 in details. Our first feature is attractive and easy to use interface. We have a new kind of interface over here with the pictures in it, which makes it very handy and very attractive. Now the second feature is improved startup menu. As soon as you click on this start button over here, you will get loads of different program options and which are arranged in an alphabetical order, like from here A, B, C. And on the top side, you have recently added programs over here. It makes it more easy to use. Next, we have search tool Cortana. When you click on this circle on this taskbar, you will get a search tool, Cortana, which is specially built for this Windows 10. It has special features which you can utilize it accordingly. Like you have over here apps, you have documents, you can access the internet also from here. Next, we have supports multiple desktops. You can see a different kind of icon over here in the taskbar that is called task view. As soon as you click on it, you will get a tile view of your desktops. You can use different desktop at the same time. Suppose if you are working on the documents, you can open different files in the MS Word. You can keep it in a separate desktop. This feature is very interesting on Windows 10. Next, Windows snapping. Suppose you have four applications which are open on your desktop. You can snap it and you can see the snapshot view of every app which is open on your desktop. Windows 10 provides its own Edge browser, which is quite handy. You can explore it. Next, we are having a new kind of feature, that is Windows Store over here. As you can see, this is the Microsoft Store, and you can look for more free apps and games over here. Now, when you start your Windows 10 or when you start your computer having Windows 10 operating system, you will get this kind of screen where you will have a start button over here and you have a search button over here, and this black ribbon is called your taskbar, and this is your notification area which you will get from time to time for updating your softwares and other notifications. If you are looking for a specific application, you can click on the start button and this will open an alphabetical list of all the applications installed on your computer, as I already told you about this. Now we come to our main topic, managing files and folders. As you know that in the real world, we have these kind of files and these are the folders in which we keep the different files of a related topic. Now, what is a file? File displays as icon that relate to the program that opens the file. Okay, a file is created using a software program on the computer. Everything which you see on the computer is your program. Okay, collection of programs. For example, to create a text file, you would use a text editor. To create an image file, you would use an image editor. And to create a document, you would use a word processor. Every file is given a unique file name. It is advised to give a proper name to your file for easy search or for easy lookout. For example, the picture of an icon associated with the MS Word document file. If this file was on your computer, by double click on this file, you can open it in MS Word. What is a folder? Folder is the virtual location. Virtual, what do you mean by virtual? Virtual means which doesn't have any physical existence, which exists in computer world only. Okay. A folder is the virtual location for applications, documents, and data. A folder is a space used to store files. As we learned in the last slide, what are the different kinds of files you see around in a computer? So you can keep a related kind of files in a folder. Folders help you keep your files organized and separate. Like you can create a folder for Word files in which you can keep all the Word files, and you can create another folder for picture files, and the single picture icons are called files and these yellow pictures are called folders. Folder can contain one or more files of any type and can even store other folders as subfolders also. Although folders can contain large amount of data, they do not take up any disk space. This is the best quality about the folders. They only contain the virtual location of the files or the documents or the applications. The reason for this is because folders point to a file location within the computer. Okay? This is how the file and folders work. We are going to discuss about files and folders in details in our next video. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you understood the topic. Bye bye. Take care.